All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wawrakakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you true, sincere brethren out there pushing out this purified truth, cleansing this wicked, defiled kingdom with this word, and to the rest of the church who believe as well. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him, none of this would even be possible. All right, so let's jump straight to the point, as I often like to do. I'm going to jump to the book of Proverbs 22 and 13. The slothful man saith, there is a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. So this is symbolic. This is a parable for those who may not want to go to the highways and byways. That lion could be compared to you being ashamed to teach this gospel. You being ashamed to go and hit the highways and byways because maybe a woman or your friends or your boss at work or people in general may have you in that mood of being too nervous, being too scared, so to speak. So you might have that excuse. Well, I don't know if I could do it because what if somebody laughs at me? I don't know if I can go out and teach because, well, what if my woman sees me and she dumps me? I don't want to go out there and teach because, well, what if my homeboys see me and they all think I'm weird and crazy, lost? Okay? Well, you can't use that excuse, man. That's a part of being slothful. The slothful man saith, there is a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. But nevertheless, it's actually a commandment that we go out there and teach because guess what? This that we're involved in, this is actually a life or death situation. So let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians. What's that? 1 Corinthians 9 and 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory for. So yeah, I teach the gospel. I do the work. But you know what? I don't have nothing to glory about. Why? Well, let's get into it. For necessity is laid upon me. Yeah, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. So doing this work is actually life or death. The fact that we go out there and teach and we put our hands to the plow, now we actually have to keep on teaching. We actually have to keep this ball rolling. We can't decide, well, I'm getting tired. People aren't listening. I done messed up my whole life trying to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. What has it got me? Look at me. Look at my life. My life is horrible. Well, you can't put your hands to the plow and look back because if doing that, you are not fit for the kingdom. So the fact that we go out and teach is actually necessary. This is necessity. Okay? This is life or death. Verse 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. And that's what you see with the men on the highways and byways out there teaching and prophesying. Just like me, I go out there and teach, and I don't have anyone forcing me to go out there. I don't have brothers in the camp telling me, hey, brother, you coming to camp? I got to take my ass out there and teach. Even if I'm at home relaxing and chilling, I might not be in the mood. I still have to get my ass up and go do my job. Why? Because I'm trying to receive that reward. So I go out there willingly. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai didn't put a nuclear missile to my head. He didn't put a 4 or 5 to my head and say, you better get your butt out there and teach this gospel. That's not how it worked. All right. I was actually compelled through the spirit. Something in my spirit said to get my butt out there and do this work. And I ain't looked back since. And I prayed through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that it remains that way. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. So you shouldn't have to be forced to go out and teach because you don't want people to make videos about you. You shouldn't be forced to go out and teach because you're ashamed of what somebody may think or say about you. You should be fearful of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai enough to say, you know what? I ain't turning back. There's nothing in the world. I'm not trying to be destroyed. I'm not trying to be a common citizen in the kingdom. I'm trying to be the elect. Well, if you gotta have that mind state. You have to be motivated. You have to be self-motivated in this truth. You can't depend on brothers to always motivate you. Okay? You have to have that inner desire to want to go out and teach. So for those of you who may not have a camp, you might be in a position where, dang, there's no camp around. What do I do? Do I need to go travel 2 hours and join a camp? No, what you can do is go set up camp by yourself. Okay? Because just like the scripture I read in Proverbs, people use that excuse as if there's a lion in the streets ready to slay them, which is that same lion symbolically used for the people out there in the world who may look upon you and see you as a joke or scoff and mock you, and you may not be ready for it. Well, everybody's not a prophet. But I'll tell you this, if your spirit is telling you you need to be teaching, then maybe you need to start your own camp. Okay? Because you don't want to be punished for something that your spirit is telling you to do and you're not doing it. All right? For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. All right? So let's go to Luke 14. Luke 14, I'll start at maybe 16. Let me see. Okay. Luke 14 and 16. Then said he unto me, a certain man made a great supper and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready. And they all with one consent begun to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have brought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused. That's an excuse. Oh, you bought some land, now you can't teach. And that actually sounds like someone who used to actually be a part of this truth. Now they're just bugged out of their mind. Okay? And to give a clue, to give a hint, Detroit. That's all I'm going to say. A cat who was in Detroit. And I used to watch his videos all the time. Okay? But he got bugged out. And they all with one consent begun to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it. I pray thee, have me excused. So there's excuses that some may make on why they can't teach. Let's keep going. And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray thee, have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So you might have those who use the excuses of women. I have a woman at home. I got to go attend to my woman. Look, the best thing that you can do is be involved in this ministry, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai can actually put it in your woman's mind to leave you. So here you are so focused on your wife, but then the Lord makes your wife leave you. So all of that was in vain. You want to put this truth first. This truth comes before everything. Everything else falls behind. Okay? And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed and the halt and the blind. And that's what we're doing when we hit the highways and byways. We're actually waking people up to this truth. There are people out there who were once blind, and now they can actually see through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. There are people out there who are mentally handicapped. Okay, what I mean by, well, not mentally. There are people out there who are spiritually handicapped. There are people out there who are spiritually blind. There are people out there who are spiritually poor. Okay? And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded, and yet there is room. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. And that word compel, really, that's getting you to come into this truth through force. Not by physical force, but spiritually. We might threaten you through the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to show you the severity, to show you the weight and the gravity of how important it is to do this work. All right? Verse 24, for I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. All right, so you're going to have many men who have made excuses. They've been told to hit the highways and byways. They've been told to go and wake up the children of Israel, and yet they still don't do it. Okay? But at the end of the day, this is about the elect of the nation of Israel. We're not supposed to only make videos on the computer. We're not supposed to set up some church building, which is not a sin, but that's not our main focus here. Our focus is to hit the highways and byways and to push this gospel. That's where we are to seek men. So let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 5:1. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now, and know, and seek in the broad places thereof. If ye can find a man, if there be any that executeth judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is the power of truth. So we go out on the highways and byways to seek for those, all right, who are able to receive this truth, who were predestined from the very beginning to receive this truth. All right. And there will be a time where we are not going to be out in the streets no more. People rather drink of the wine of Esau, drunk off the philosophies of Esau. But you don't want the wine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's why eventually the prophets are going to be removed. Okay? We're not going to be out in the broad places far too much longer, because so many things are happening showing that the men of the Lord are about to be what's the word? Are about to be made manifest. Many of you may not believe certain of us are the men of the Lord, and that's okay. That is totally fine with me. I believe I'm a man of the Lord. I believe I'm a prophet. You may not believe that, but I believe that I'm a prophet. Okay? I'm going to read this one again. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, which means seek for our people. It doesn't mean we have to go to the land of Israel and do this. This is speaking of hit the highways and byways and push this message to our people. And see now and know and seek in the broad places, which is on the highways and byways. Being inside of a building is being compared to having a candle and hiding it in a closet or hiding it under a bed or somewhere where it can't be exposed to shine. We're on the highways and byways shining that bright light in broad places so everyone can see. Because within everyone seeing, the elect is in the midst of that. Okay? If ye can find a man, if there be any that executeth judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to pardon those who are willing to come into this truth, repent, and seek the truth, and maintain that truth. All right? So we're out here waking up our people the best that we can. And a lot of you say, get a job. You need to get a job. You standing on the streets. This is our job. This is our primary job. Okay? I could prove that. Let's go to Luke. Let's see here. Luke 17 and 10. So likewise ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do. And why is this our duty? Because this is our primary job. And yes, we work jobs. Okay? But this is our primary job. If all else fails, we'll always be employed if we remain in this truth. This work is our duty. And we are laboring spiritually. All right? So likewise ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. Why? Because this is life or death. We're supposed to do this. Okay? But the beautiful thing is, although we're supposed to do this, we're still going to receive a reward because we're doing it willfully. We have done that which was our duty to do. Let's go to John 6. The book of John 6 and 27. Labor not for meat which perisheth, but for meat which endureth unto everlasting life. So this work that we're doing right now, this is our real job. Okay, this is our primary job right here. We're hired men. We have a job. We're getting paid. It's just that we have a bank account that we can't get into right now. All right, but it's loaded with money, man. If we remain in this truth, we have a bank account loaded with money. All right. That's why the scripture says the Lord knows our poverty, but we are rich because we're laboring in this truth, which is an investment to our spiritual bank account. Labor not for meat, which perisheth. That doesn't mean, don't work a job. What that's telling you is don't put your heart into your job. This truth comes first. Okay? But for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life. Because see, when you eat physical food, you can be hungry in a matter of an hour. This food is so messed up, you might eat a big old cheeseburger and be hungry within an hour. Okay? Because that meat actually perishes. But this truth, you get fed with this truth if you be the elect. All right? It's going to endure within you. All right? And it's also going to lead to everlasting salvation, everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath the power the Father sealed. Damn. So that shows you, man, this is our job. This is our key thing that we're doing right now. This is our profession. All right? So the fact that CNN, the fact that, a lot of people in general are trying to make us the bad guys, make us the villains because we speak truth, and maybe we come off a little harsh or whatever the case may be. One thing you can't say is we ain't using them scriptures. The only excuse that people can say is, you're taking it out of context. We're taking it out of context, but yet we're reading the context to you. Okay? And we proclaim these words in the streets as the Bible tells us to do. All right? And the fact that we are out there on the highways and byways is showing you people we are in the end. Okay? Let me see. Psalms. What's that? 74 and 9. We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet. Neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. So the fact that you do see the prophets shows that now there is a sign. We are a sign unto you. A sign that the end is coming. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai always raises up his prophets before destruction comes. Okay? We see not our signs. And what are the signs? There is no more any prophet. So the prophets are part of the signs that you're supposed to see. So if there was no prophets out here, there's no sign. But the prophets are out here. So the sign is being shown unto you. So a lot of you have to, get off your gluteus maximus and take your butt out there and teach this word. If there's no camp around you, pray on it, man. Be brave. Be a man. Okay? You have to be brave in this truth. It's not about being fearless all the time. Sometimes you have to be brave. And being brave is facing your fear. Neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. Well, the signs are here now. At one time, the signs weren't there. But the signs are here now. Okay? I'm going to go to the book of Matthews. Matthews 12 and 39. But he answered and said unto them, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. So the prophets are a sign. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai doesn't need to show you spectacular signs when he already told you the prophets are a sign. But on top of the prophets being a sign, he is showing spectacular signs. He's shown me many great miracles and wonders, man. Okay? So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is giving you people a clue. All right? That's why we're on the highways and byways preaching to the sick, preaching to the lame, preaching to those who are blind. Okay? Giving them this truth, giving them this light. Okay? Because right now the Lord is pissed off. All right? The Lord is so pissed off. That's why we come off the way we do. The Lord is very angry. And he's showing you that we're in the times of the end because the prophets are here. So let's read Matthews 12 and 39 again. But he answered and said unto them, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. Okay? So the reason why we're going out there is not only because we are a sign unto you, but the Lord is highly angry, and we're trying to get you to avoid his anger, man. Okay? Because the anger of the Lord is fierce. Jeremiah 51. Let's start at 45, actually. Jeremiah 51 and 45. My people, go ye out of the midst of her, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Lord. So why do we talk so rough? Why do we talk so harshly? Because we're trying to compel you so you don't be destroyed from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that is love, man. I have many brothers and sisters, blood brothers and sisters, blood relatives. Man, I'd love to see them come into this truth, man. All right? But the Lord is the one picking and choosing who is to come into this thing. Our job is to just teach the word. Push these words out. Push the gospel, man. The words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The rest is history. The Lord is very angry with the nation of Israel right now. So your best bet would be what? To serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai the best you can. Verse 46, unless your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. So right now people hear these things and they're like, man, y'all been saying this. Y'all been saying how the Lord was going to destroy Babylon. Y'all been saying this was going to happen, that was going to happen. It's going to happen, trust me. Okay? Verse 47, therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, and her whole land shall be confounded, and her slain shall fall in the midst of her. So Babylon's going to be destroyed, and everything that's left in this place once them missiles and them laser beams touch this damn land. All right? So I'm going to close this lesson out right there, Lord willing. It was edifying and simple through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, I want to say Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.